Well, it's been a great first half of 2023, and I got to tell you guys that the last couple days it's been really sad, and I feel like I've failed. But have I? So I want to talk to you about sales and the lack thereof on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy, and today I want to talk to you about sales or the lack of sales. And this is sort of new territory for me because, as you guys know, many of you watch the channel know that I've been just tearing it up this year. And yesterday, less than $150 in sales, which is a huge drop off. It's like a 60% drop off in my sales, maybe more than that. And then today, even worse, less than $50 in sales. It's that bad. So, of course, it gets me to question what I'm doing, and I start looking at things. Today, I want to talk to you about my sales, and this may kind of clear up some things too. It got me to thinking. So I'm having no sales, and it's like, okay, so what is that about? Now, I think the misconception that people have, and you see this in the comments all the time, and it drives me bonkers, that somehow eBay is preventing you from getting sales. Okay. I've mentioned this many times before. Your traffic reports tell a story. Okay. Your traffic reports tell a story. They tell you how many times your items have been seen. That's your impressions. And your page views show how many times someone has seen your listing in their search and decided, you know what, that listing is compelling enough to take a further look. And that's important because eBay is promising that they will deliver traffic. That's the only reason why I'm selling on eBay, guys, is the traffic. Without traffic, there's no sales. eBay doesn't create sales. I think that's the misconception that a lot of people have, is that eBay will either, turn it on and off the sales on your account. eBay doesn't buy your items. That's the truth. eBay doesn't buy your items. Each and every one of the sales that someone gets on eBay is a person that is looking for a certain item, or maybe an item comes across and they happen to want that item or need that item, and something compelling within that listing makes them buy it right now. It could be the price, it could be the photo, it could be you've offered such a great value that they're going to buy the item. But eBay doesn't buy your items. They don't just magically teleport people in front of your listings. Maybe they're on, a news site browsing on the internet, and eBay just teleports a listing in front of them. It doesn't work that way. eBay is in the business of providing traffic. They are in the business of providing, if you play the game, providing buyers to your listing depending on many factors. One being your account health. If you're top rated versus below standard, that has a huge part of it. There's a lot of things that are involved in your account health that goes into the formula. The quality of your listing, how good is your title? How relevant is your title? How good is your price? How are your photos? And does your item meet the buyer's search criteria and or price if they're searching by price? And of course, the final thing is the promoted listing games, whether you promote or not, has a huge impact on that entire formula. But regardless of all that, eBay is not in the business of buying your stuff. Okay, they're just simply in the business of showing your items to prospective buyers who will then, on their own, make a decision. eBay doesn't put a gun to someone's head and say, hey, don't buy this item because we're not happy with this seller. I think sometimes we feel that way. And for me, I've felt that way many times, that eBay has something against me. It is an irrational thought that sometimes when you're not making sales, you tend to start thinking irrationally. And I'm not immune to that. And of course, these last 2 days have been very, very, um, you know what? I'm okay with no sales, but it gets me, I'm always looking to improve. And when I fail, of course, I want to learn from my failures, and so should you. I haven't had a lot of moments this year where I failed. I mean, last year I was constantly failing. Now I'm failing in 2 days. Now it could be due to the Prime listing or the Prime Amazon Prime days that have happened over the last 2 days. Is it a coincidence that my sales have dived or tanked the 2 days that Amazon's putting out these great deals? Um, I'm selling a lot of stuff that are Amazon customer returns. So, maybe they're finding a better price on the same things that I'm offering online on Amazon. Is that it? But I guess we'll find out tomorrow or today when this video is actually being posted, how things turn around for me. But I just wanted to dispel that myth that there's a lot of people out there that really poo-poo the traffic, poo-poo the impressions, poo-poo the page views, and say it's just all meaningless information. The traffic report that eBay gives us, and I'm going to show you here mine in a second, but the traffic report that eBay gives us is a snapshot of the activity of the traffic that goes to our listings, okay? It's designed to help us understand if our item A is being seen in search, right? And then the page views is designed to tell us if a buyer's clicking on our items. And then, of course, you have the sell-through rate, and the sell-through rate will tell you the conversion rate. Currently, I'm at 2.4% sell-through rate on my account, and that's an improvement from, I think it was at 1.6% at one point at the beginning of this year. So it's gone up. It's continuing to go up, even despite the bad 2 days that I've had. So I want to take you to my computer. I want you to take a look at my current impressions and page views, and let's kind of just look at it together. Maybe we can learn something from this whole thing that I'm dealing with. So we've made one sale today, and we've accepted one offer right before coming on here. It's about 10 p.m. Wednesday night, and while there's still a couple hours to save the day, we're dealing with a really bad sales day. Now, if we're looking at impressions, my impressions are up. And actually, as it shows here, my impressions are really good today as compared to, it's probably the third or fourth highest day for impressions that I've had in the last 30 days. But yet, only one sale. You see, quantity sold one. Yesterday we sold 3. The day before that we sold 12 with less impressions. And then the day before that, 12 with less impressions. So the impressions are there, but nobody's buying. Now my page views aren't so hot, so I guess I'm getting good impressions, getting good search rank, but whatever it is, people aren't clicking on my listings. And this one's not a very good, I'd say it's probably a little bit below average. And you see a lot of red there. As it shows, my impressions are up. My page views are down by almost 20%. So it just kind of shows you what I'm dealing with here, and it's just kind of mind-boggling. So let's talk about that more, but I just wanted to show you my charts here so you can see what I'm looking at. So strangely enough, as you can see, I've had a good day for impressions today, and yesterday wasn't that bad either. And my page views were down a little bit. So it tells me the story that I'm seeing here is that eBay showing my items, I'm being seen in search, okay? So my high promoted listing rates are paying off, yet people are not clicking on my item. What does that mean? Today one sale and a pretty good drop in page views. Is it fluky? I'm thinking it's fluky, okay? And thus, which is why I'm not in panic mode, and I won't be in panic mode, but I'm thinking this has a lot to do with the whole Amazon Prime Day. Someone else said something about the Walmart Prime Day, or some kind of a Walmart day that they've had as well, sort of to, I guess it's Walmart's way of competing with Amazon. And I believe eBay used to do something like that. I'm surprised they haven't had anything. I believe it was a couple of years ago was the last time they did something to try to rival Amazon, but nothing, I guess, this year or in previous last couple of years. So I digress in that I really think this is just an anomaly. And it's an anomaly that happens to coincide with Amazon Prime Days because my traffic is there. eBay is doing everything that I'm asking them to do by promoting at a higher rate. I'm getting more traffic, both promoted, and I'm getting good organic traffic as well to my listings. So a lot of times we think, well, the site's broken, my items aren't being seen, but all you have to do is look at the traffic report on your seller hub. Now, you can think that maybe that's falsified information. I am not going to wear that tinfoil hat. I really think there's no reason for eBay to give us that misinformation. Each of these reports are linked to a customer click activity. The technology is there. It's all built into the site. So I'm willing to believe with 100% certainty in my mind that these reports are accurate. What I think a lot of people have is just this denial that, okay, so if I get the traffic that I'm paying for, and you're paying for it in promoted listings, and I'm getting decent page views, well then why am I not making the sale? And so I guess from that standpoint, I may have failed today because I guess maybe my listings weren't competitive enough to beat out the Amazon Prime shoppers. Maybe they were doing some comparison shopping. Maybe they decided that, you know what, I'd rather go with the new item for a few bucks more than this open boxed item that John's selling. And that might be why I failed today. But I tell you what, I'm not going to let it hold me down. I'm not going to let this stop me. Yeah, it sucks to have 2 crappy days. After having my best week of the year in the middle, smack dab in the middle of summer. I'm out here in 110-degree heat at night in this garage making this video because I just really feel strongly that I think sometimes as sellers we get irrational. And it's understandable. We think that eBay is against us. eBay has no interest in hurting you. eBay has no interest in holding back sales because they get money out of every time you sell. They want all of your items to sell. Of course, they're not going to put all of your items or put you in that position to sell all of your items. I really do think that sometimes maybe traffic could be throttled if eBay feels as if maybe you've had too much traffic or had too much sales in a particular day. Then I can see them throttling buyers from seeing your items. But my point is, once a buyer sees your item, eBay is not stopping them from buying it. Now, I guess the caveat here is unless there's a glitch that stops them from paying for your item. That's a whole story, a whole site issue that's not related to what I'm talking about. Again, I think eBay is well-intentioned when it comes to sellers and wanting to make us to make the sale. But there's so many other factors involved that, when the traffic is met, maybe you see that you got people to click on your item and you just haven't made the sale. It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what's going on. And I think it's easier to blame eBay than it is to look at the other factors, such as your title, the quality of photos, the number of photos, the quality of your listing itself, your price. People are price sensitive. And or other factors like competition on outside websites like Amazon or Walmart or the other sites. So just some food for thought. Of course, I haven't figured it out, but I think I'm very close here. And it's not something that I'm going to worry about here going forward. I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing, selling the same kind of items that I've been selling. And I'm just going to kind of look back at these 2 days and just kind of laugh it off. So guys, I want to know what you think down below. Am I just out of my mind? Do you even understand what I'm talking about? Maybe I'm just out here in the heat having a heat stroke and not being clear about my thoughts. But I really think that there's a lot of times where we just think that eBay's holding our sales back. But if you look at the traffic is there, and it just doesn't make sense to think that way, guys. And again, I just want to know what you guys think down below. But figuring all this stuff out, and of course, watch one of these other videos if you want to support the channel. Figuring all this stuff out about why your stuff's selling and, you know, why am I having a great sales day? It's yet another example of how sometimes flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon.